is this basically going to be like me fangirling A Court of Mist and Fury like the whole time? Probably, in some way, shape, or form. Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Katie, and in today's video we're doing the mid-year book Freakout. I'm pretty sure that's what it's called. It's probably not, but that's what I'm calling it. So yeah, it's just a tag, and I cannot remember who started it. I do not know who started it. I do know I've seen a few people do this. I've watched Gabby Reeds do it. I've watched Katie Coulson do it. I've watched A Dash of Ash do it. So I will link all theirs down below, but I honestly cannot tell you who started this. I know it's been going around for a few years. I didn't do it last year because I started BookTube like back in May. And to do this, it needs to be like the middle of the year. And I just started reading in the middle of the year, so there's no sense in doing it. However, we can do it this year. So she's going to do it this year because she likes tags, and we're just going to do it. So without getting into all the hoopla that I always talk about, we're just going to get into the video. So let's just get into the tag. Question number 1 is the best book that I've read so far in 2021. And so far I've read 16 books. And to some of you, that's like not a lot. But to me, it's more than I read last year. So I'm already like up a level, okay? So I don't want to hear it. To me, 16 is good. It's more than I've read in a long time. So I don't want to hear it. So the best book that I've read so far. I had to go back and make sure that I read this book in 2021 and not in 2020. But turns out I read it in 2021. And that is A Court of Mist and Fury. I love that book. Like, and you're gonna be able to tell in this video that I loved that series. I loved that book because is this basically going to be like me fangirling A Court of Mist and Fury like the whole time? Probably, in some way, shape, or form. But that's okay, because I'm here for it. It doesn't matter. It's my video, and I can do what I want. But I loved A Court of Mist and Fury. I loved that book. It was such a good sequel. It was such good, like, character development for Feyre. You got to meet, like, my new absolute favorite boy, like, fictional boyfriend ever. He's not a boy. He's a man. So let's just get that through our heads. He's a man. We love Reese. We stan Reese all the time. So, yeah, that is my best book. And also, like, I have a runner-up because it's my video, and I can have two. The other book is No Exit by Taylor Adams. I absolutely loved that book. Such a good thriller. I've talked about it millions of times on this channel. I have a review on it. By this point, you're probably tired of me, like, saying stuff about it. So just, like, go read it if you haven't read it. Like, I don't know what you're still doing. But those are my two, like, best reads so far this year. Question number 2 is best sequel that you've read so far in 2021. It's A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, I don't understand what your problem is at this point. It's A Court of Mist and Fury. Like I said, it's just good. Just read it. Like, if you are hesitant of reading A Court of Thorns and Roses, like, don't be. Because I was too. I'm like, I can't live up to the hype. But it did. It lived up so much. Just read it. Just read it. And if you don't like it, you can blame me. But if you haven't read it, just, like, read it and then, like, let me know what you think of it. Because honestly, it'll change your life. It'll change your life. That's how good it is. I am doing questions 2 and 3, or not 2 and 3, 3 and 4 together. It's like a new release you haven't read yet but want to, and most, like, highly anticipated release for the rest of the year. Because I don't think there was really a new release that's been released that, like, I want to read that I haven't yet. Well, I'm sure there is, but I just couldn't think of any at the time. So I'm doing those 2 together. So, like, the most highly anticipated books that I want to read for the rest of the year are Survive the Night by Riley Sager, and it comes out, like, really soon, I think, like, relatively soon. But have I read other Riley Sagers? No, I haven't. That's besides the point. point. I want this one because it sounds like up my alley. It's about this girl, she's at this university and there's a killer on the loose, and she ends up like, she wants to go home for like, I don't know if it's like a weekend or a vacation, I don't know. But she gets in the car with someone she doesn't know and she's like, could this be the killer? She doesn't know, maybe it is. But here's my take. If a killer is on the loose in your university, why are you getting in a car with a stranger anyway? See, I live in a town where there's like no Ubers or anything like that. So it's like that whole world is just like a fascination to me, because like I was always told growing up, you don't talk to strangers. You don't talk to strangers, don't get in the car with strangers. And now people are making a lifestyle out of it. Driving people around. Okay. Just take away everything I knew growing up. Just take away my childhood. Take it away. Take it away. And I just went on a tangent. I have more books to talk about. The other book is, I have two more. The other ones is The Final Girls Support Group by Grady Hendrix and The Heart Principle by Helen Huan. Have I read any books by those authors? No, but they sound so good that I want to. And the question wasn't if I've read books from these authors before. No, it was just what are your most anticipated books for release. That's what we're going with. We're not going with if I've read the books by them, because so what if I haven't? I just want to read those books. It's my channel. I do what I want. Question 5 is the biggest disappointment so far this year. Unfortunately, as much as I love No Exit, I absolutely hated his second book, Hairpin Bridge. I hated that book. Yeah, I don't know what happened, but I don't know. I talked about it in my last video. If you haven't watched it, go watch it, because I do a whole little tangent. I just don't know what happened. I hate that book. I hate that book. I hate it. It's terrible because I love No Exit, and I don't know if it was like the hype around it. It was just like, I'm so excited for his second book and it's gonna be great, and it wasn't great. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. That was a big disappointment. And I have a second disappointment because I just DNF'd The Cruel Prince. I got a whole 52 pages into that book, and that was it. Couldn't finish it. I don't know if it gets better, but that first 52 pages was, I don't know what that book. I'm sure it gets better because there's a big fandom of that series. And I thought I would love it. I'm like, yes, fairies, yes. I'm all about the fairies. You know me, Court of Thorns and Roses. But no, not that one. I don't know. Let me know if you've read it. Does it get better? Because maybe I'll decide to read it, but I just can't right now. So let a girl know, because honestly, oh, nah, not right now, no. Number 6 is The Biggest Surprise. And I'm taking this as like a book that surprised me, not like a biggest surprise like I liked it, but a big surprise as what the heck. And that would be Bunny by Mona Awad. I read that on a whim. I'm like, a lot of people are like, I don't know what this book is. And I'm like, well, let me see if I know what this book, I don't know what this book is. I've talked about this before. I can't even tell you what it is for you to go into reading it, but just like go in with an open mind and let your mind be when you're reading it, because that's honestly all I can say. It's like a thriller, horror. It's so weird to even explain, and I can't explain what happens in the book because I just can't. So yeah, that was the biggest surprise. Number 7 is a new favorite author, either new to me or new as in like a new debut author. I have several, so just sit back, enjoy. The first one is Sarah J. Maas, of course. Really? Like, you did not think I wasn't gonna. I read the whole Court of Thorns and Roses series. I started last year with the Court of Thorns and Roses, and then I started the second one at the beginning of the year, and then I read them all this year. I love Sarah J. Maas. I haven't read her other series, Throne of Glass or anything like that, But A Court of Thorns and Roses is my jam and I love it, and she's one of my new favorite authors because of that. The other author is Taylor Adams, because I love No Exit, and I'm really hoping that I'm gonna like the next book after Hairpin Bridge. Another one is Alex Michaelides. I love Silent Patient, absolutely loved it. I hated The Maidens. It's another book, I don't know what happened. I didn't hate The Maidens as much as I hated Hairpin Bridge. I'll say that. Maidens is just very, very slow burn. Very, very slow. Very, very, very slow burn. Another author is Katie Robert. Love her. Romance. If you enjoy some smut, some Disney smut. I didn't know it was something in my life that I needed, but it is. And God bless her for showing me that. Honestly, just bless you. Bless you, Katie Robert. And the last author is Talia Hibbert. I know I've only read one of her books, but dang, like, Get a Life, Chloe Brown. Her dirty talk. Just like, stop. Like, stop it. Like, I can't. Just say more. I mean, honestly, like, don't say less, because, like, say more. I need more, and it's a thing. It's a thing. Number 8 is my new fictional crush. Okay, just say it with me. Reese. We love to see it. We love Reese. I stan Reese forever. I love him. That boy, man, he's a man. Stop it. Just, yeah. Like, I will post pictures so you can see him. He's just an amazing human. He's not human. He's an amazing fairy, and I wish he was real, and he ain't. So it kind of, like, makes me sad. But yeah. All the Bat Boys are quite, like, nice. But just no one beats Reese. Just, nope. My newest favorite just fictional character altogether, Reese. I'm sorry, this is a fangirl of Court of Thorns and Roses series. It is. But no, like, yeah, Reese. And also Hazel from Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. I just love her personality. I love her confidence. I just love everything about her. She's quirky. She's fun. But yeah, I love her. And yes, definitely another favorite of mine. I don't talk about that book a lot, but it's a really cute romance. Josh and Hazel's Guide to Not Dating. Definitely a good romance as well. But definitely Hazel from that book, if anything else. Question 10 is a book that made you cry. A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, at this point, it's just plain stupid. It is. Will it be my favorite book of the year? I'm really hoping it's not. I hope something can, like, top it, but right now, it's probably going to be my favorite of the year. But yeah, that book made me cry, and I don't know. It made me cry. The second book is 1,000 Boy Kisses by Tilly Cole. That book it shattered me. In a good way. Like, it didn't, like, make me sad because it was, I didn't cry because I was sad. Well, I did cry because I was sad. But it didn't, like, it shattered me, but then it put me together again, if that makes sense. Like, it was just a good cry. It was a good therapeutic cry that I highly enjoyed. Question 11 is a book that made you happy. A Court of Mist and Fury. Like, come on, at this point, you all know the answers to these questions. Yeah, it made me happy, especially chapter 55. Yeah, we're not, you know, you know. If you know, you know. But yeah, that book made me happy, but also Get a Life, Chloe Brown made me happy. Like, honestly, that book is so cute. Something about a good, fluffy romance makes me happy. And that book did it. That book did it. Number 12 is most beautiful book that you've either bought or received this year. And I honestly, there's so many, because I have done like a lot of book buying this year. I did a lot last year because of BookTube, but a lot this year as well. And there's so many books that I think are beautiful. And I should do like my most favorite book covers video. let me know if that's something you'd want to see. But I did just recently buy this book, and it's beautiful, and it's my new favorite thing that I own. And that would be A Court of Thorns and Roses Collector's Edition. I can't help it. I can't help it, people. It's a sickness. But no, honestly, this book is beyond beautiful, okay? We've got Feyre in the forest, okay? We've got the dude that she kills, and I can't remember his name because it's irrelevant at this point. Starts with an A, I think. No, maybe. I don't know. But I can always take it as it, you know, it could be Tamlin if you wanted to be like, to have the characters on the front, but I know it's not because like she's going to shoot it, so I know it's not. Oh, what is his name? I know it starts with an A. It probably doesn't, but I thought it did. Like I said, he's irrelevant, but yeah, that is my favorite. It looks like this. You've got the roses and the thorn in the back, and it has a little red bookmark. It's not really even a bookmark, just a little sashy-roo. But yeah, that is my favorite book. Well, it's the most beautiful book that I've gotten so far. And the last question is, what books do you need to read by the end of the year? All of them. Just all of them. I have an ever-growing TBR, so I can't tell you for certain what books I need to read because I just have all of them to read. So I can't really answer that question other than all of them. But yeah, guys, that is the mid-year book freakout tag. I probably butchered that again. But I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, let me know down below. Let me know some of your answers. The questions are always listed in the description if you want to answer in the comments. But yeah, let me know. How's your reading going so far this year? Have you read more than you wanted? Less than you wanted? What's your favorite read so far? Because you know what mine is, apparently. It's Court of Mist and Fury. But yeah, all my social medias are linked down below. If you'd like to follow me on Goodreads or Instagram, because I post on there more than I post on here because it's just faster and easier and I'm lazy and that's just how it is. But if you're new and would like to subscribe, that would be awesome. Also, if you give me a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, I would really appreciate it. And thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. My feet look like sausages. My feet look like sausages. Hoy. It is what it is at this point. Honestly, you get what you get, maybe. Can I just stick that there? No, it's not professional to have your notes right there, would it be? No. Can I stick them right there? Right in front of, okay. Sure, that's what we're doing. Just burp, that's okay. Let's burp mid-sentence, because you're not, you know, recording a video or anything. And now she's #1 Taurus. Okay. Want to see? What the heck?